Hello, welcome to Brutal Light. What can you got me. I'm back playing Watch Dogs after 10 years. What can I say? I love the game. But some might not agree. You see, it pulled a cyberpunk before cyberpunk. I mean, we are talking about Ubisoft, and the only way I can explain it is to take you back to E3 2012, where it all started. It was a special time, a different time. The good old days of faking it until you make it. And Ubisoft knew how to fake it.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Alright, you get it. If you're wondering why I've been showing you all this, it's to show you that the initial audience reception was already low to begin with. Article after article showing every aspect of the downgraded trailer. The main character, Aiden, wasn't even liked either. Now, could it have been all blown out of proportion, and how does the game hold up 10 years later? Some are going to say I'm going to spoil the story, but it's been 10 years. I'm going to keep it to the minimum. So Aiden Pierce becomes a vigilante after a botched heist that leads to the death of his niece, setting the foundation for the rest of the game. You see, Aiden Pierce is neither good nor bad. This is probably because the devs want you to play the game any way you want. And this is the first problem I have. I think it ruins the integrity of the character. You see, I immerse myself into the game, and I want to stay true to the character of Aiden by only killing people who are clearly bad. It doesn't make sense to kill the CTOS employees, cops, or guards. I mean, they're just doing their job, and is unnecessary for achieving his ultimate goal. That's why I opted for more of a non-lethal, stealthy approach to the game. Now, with that being said, I still like the character. He sets a dark, gritty tone for the world. It feels like a modern-day detective noir, which adds another layer to the game. When I say modern, I'm talking about hacking into phones, servers, cameras, constantly gathering information and getting leads, all through illegal means. These are the parts I enjoy. Moving on to the enemies. First, Damien, the most boring antagonist ever. The idea of your ex-partner coming back desperate enough to become dangerous is a cool idea, but the execution wasn't there. He is both an asshole and trying to be your friend again. If Damien was a girl, he'd be the perfect example of an emotionally unstable retard, progressively becoming crazier the more you try to leave. This guy doesn't know how to leave you alone. The worst part is that we spend the most amount of time interacting with him. Act 2 is all about Damien being an ass. It's the longest, boring part of the story, testing your patience. This is the great filter. Double the length of the other acts, and it just so happens to be the worst. Probably what caused most of the dislikes. I wanted to skip this damn act so badly. Nothing happens in this act other than a back and forth banter between Damien and Aiden. Now let's go on to Iraq. Iraq is pretty cool, nothing crazy. He's just a dude who's a leader of a gang. He's just there, that's it. But Lucky Quinn, the coolest villain ever. The aura radiating from this dude is on another level. He's just creepy being himself. You need to see him talk to understand how much of an imposing character he is. He's one of the best.
Get a chance to talk to your mama? Call your friends? Your girl?
No, sir. I was in a hurry.
That's good. Very good. You can tell your employer I'll call again. If ever I need another delivery.
He makes you want extremely old antagonists pushing 90. I suppose I should mention CTOS. Bloom is a crazy corporation that has a system designed to control and manage every aspect of the city. They're basically the government, monitoring and controlling everything. CTOS is the one thing connecting everything in the story. It's the explanation on why Aiden's able to hack so much of the city and how the criminals got so much power. I'm gonna be honest, CTOS is the problem you never get to deal with. I just wanted a climactic conclusion to CTOS and it didn't happen. What else can I say? It's the one thing needed for the next installment. The online is gone and it took a good portion of the game's experience with it. Online rewards are gone, the hide and seek invasion is gone, and the racing is gone. PvP, co-op, and gifts. It's unfortunate I'm missing out on so much fun. It's also missing the app. Some might have forgotten, but they had a free app to go along with the game. This was probably one of the coolest couch co-op features the game had. It even had its own skill tree. I remember playing on the app so much. It truly was a different time. Ubisoft needs to bring back things like this, which add on to the experience. The open world is It's got the basics, NPCs, vehicles, plus hacking. The graphics are pretty good, but it feels empty. The cops and the crime detection are cool, but everything else was just phoned in. The side quests got no love put into them. They're repetitive, brain dead trash. You repeat the same things until the end of a barrel starts to look appetizing. The idea for some of the side quests are pretty good on paper, but they're just half-assed. For example, saving some girls from human trafficking sounds cool. Sign me up. Now you find 10 guys standing around in 10 briefcases, and the final mission, which saves them all, is killing someone.
DeMarco's dead. Expose the buyers and shut down the auction. Best of all, Poppy and those girls are free now. I needed this win.
I mean, that's it. You don't even get to see the girls in the side quests. That footage was from the main campaign. You just kill the guy and call it a day. I suppose those sex slaves will find their way home someday. Like what even happened to them? The not so funny thing is that they use that formula for the rest of the side quests too. Find an unreasonable amount of items and get a crappy conclusion. Now I'm gonna run through the activities really quick. The activities range from a good time to a waste of time, and I don't really want to waste your time explaining the boring ones. So I'll give you the cliff notes. Run people over, hack the pillar over and over again, shoot the aliens, bounce on the flowers, and find the ball. Now don't let the visuals mislead you. They are so boring they hurt my soul. At least we have spider tank, poker, and slot machines. Ugh. At the end of the day, I think the game was pretty great. Probably could have gotten more enjoyment out of it if the online component was still intact. Sadly, this is what was left, and it feels like it was thrown together last minute. Now I can see the vision that they had for the game, and I don't think a remake or a remaster would do the game any justice. I think they need to reboot Watch Dogs, fix everything, top to bottom, and deliver on the promises, and do the game the right way. Right now, it's a 6 out of 10. The game deserves better. Alright, if you're not going to order anything, I'm going to ask you to leave, sir. You're holding up the line.
What are you going to do? Cry? You're a useless tit. Do you think if I show the court the giant file I have on just how big of a useless tit you are, that they won't applaud me? Want me to fire you? You seem like you're begging for it. There's no way I'm putting up with heat because of your incompetence. It's your department's fault there's been so many security breaches. How many times are you crying? What's that fucking snorting sound? You're a disgusting, useless tit.